Well guys, I finally broke down and got the lock for my entry door for my RV. It's been like a year and a half. I've been looking at these off and on, and I found the perfect one. I can't wait to show it to you. So let me go ahead and find the box from Amazon and let's open it up. Here it is. Alright. Oh, this is so heavy. Man, look at that. Look at that fit and finish. Alright, let me go ahead and take it out of the plastic and I'll show you guys what we're working with here. But before I do that, let me show you what it is online. This is the keyless entry that I purchased. It is through Carmtek. And if you choose to use the key, you can do so. Or you have a keypad and a key fob. So however you want to do it. Was $192.97. They do have a newer design too, so if you like that one better, be sure to check it out. If I have a second, I'll maybe show it to you. Now if you are concerned about fitment, I'll show it to you in a video, but you do have to measure the box where this is going to sit inside the door, and I'll just kind of quickly show that to you. But if you have these types of locks here, you should be fine. Now as far as some of the features on here, this is scroll down. Take a moment and read through it. Like I said, you have 3 ways you can get inside your RV, and I do like the overall design and construction of this. So this is like a zinc alloy. Typically when you see these, they have like a black appearance, kind of like this one or this one, and I wanted something with a little flair, and this one did it for me. So I like the overall design of it, and it's pretty heavy duty stuff too, and it comes with everything that you see here, which again I'll show you guys here in a second. And hooking everything up is super easy, so do not be afraid to take about 30 minutes of your time to uninstall the old door handle, put this one on, and pretty much set everything up. It probably took me about 30 minutes from start to finish, and yeah, I had no troubles doing this. So let's go ahead and get back to the video. Alright, so here's everything that comes in the package. So you have your mounting hardware, they give you some screws, and you also have a key fob, 4 batteries, and you're supposed to have 2 key fobs, but look at this big old lump of metal. Man, this is confidence when you open the door. Man, I love it. Awesome. And you have some keys here, and they give you what's this box here? Oh, there it is. So 2 key fobs, and then you have the 2 keys right here. And man, I love the overall construction. This is really heavy for what it is, so love the construction of it. The buttons feel really solid too. Now if you want to reset this, and if you want to learn the key fobs, there's some instructions online how to do that. I will walk you guys how to do it in the video too, but this is a really nice door handle. It should be pretty easy to install too. Like I said, I had to take off the door handle on my RV because it fell apart. All the insides of it fell apart, so I had to put it back together. But this should probably take me maybe 20 minutes, I would say. But unfortunately, it is nighttime and it's like 40 something degrees outside, if not colder. So we're gonna have to morph into next day. And 3, 2, 1, and it's the next day. So let's go ahead and take off this cover. This is going to be where the batteries go. There's 2 Phillips head screws you have to undo. The other one's right here. Alright, and so the cover should just kind of pop off. You just have to slide it this way. And this is where the batteries are going to go. Batteries are in, and all you gotta do now is just put the cover back on. And then the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to connect the key fobs, and then I'm going to show you guys how to set the code too. It's pretty easy, guys. It's not hard stuff, but let's go ahead and do so. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the keys off of here. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to unbolt the rear of this casing from the front. So there's just only 2 actually installed here, so I'm going to just undo this one. And then do one more on this side. And it should all come apart, so I will check in once it's done. In order for me to pair this together and set the code, it has to be connected. So I'm going to hold off on pairing the fobs and putting the code in until I have it all assembled to the door. So let's go ahead and walk over. Let me just show you guys what we have to do. The first thing I have to do is I have to unbolt these 4 Phillips heads. So I'm going to go ahead and do this now. So these 4 need to come off. And once I slip this off, I'll go outside and take off the plate. Which is right here. And then on the other side, this will come right out too, okay? And then I'm going to compare, both of them side by side for you guys. All right, so once you take the cover off, this is what it's going to look like here. Be sure you have the door slightly cracked so you can get out. You can still open it, but it's just a little bit tougher. Now, once you take off that plate here, this is going to come off pretty easily now. It just kind of slides out to the side. And let's go ahead and compare both of the latches together so you can have a better understanding of the size of them too. Alright, so here's the lock I just took off. You can just kind of see the difference. I love the construction of this. This is a little bit more durable. As you can see, and over time, there's some scratches on this one. So I don't think that this will happen as much because you're going to be keying in, or you have, the remote too. So that should help with the overall appearance of this. Now let's go ahead and look at the door really quickly. Now I'm going to measure for you guys because you remember online there was a few measurements that you had to do. So you will have to measure this to make sure that this will fit. I was pretty much spot on for the most part. I don't think I'll have any issues with this, but if you do want to know whether or not this will fit, as I showed you guys online, you have to measure this opening here. Now lastly, look at the size of the new latch versus this one. Because you have these batteries right here, it's going to be slightly bigger. But let's go ahead and get everything installed. I'm going to start putting this in first. I have to run this wire through, and then I have to go ahead and connect this one to it. So like I said, this is pretty easy stuff. And yeah, if you just have just basic tools, you can get the job done pretty easily.
Oh, stop whining. Well, goodie, but I don't think that I'm going to set these things. Oh, but that's not why. That's not why. Oh.
Alright, so before you tighten this all down, make sure your deadbolt works. Make sure your latch works too for the door handle. And on this side, we just have to replace this plate here. This is a strike plate. We're going to replace this with the new one. And then I'm going to show you guys how to get the key fobs on there and then set the code, and we're pretty much done. So there's 2 buttons on this side. There's a code reset and then there's a fob learn. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically put my little screwdriver in here, and I'm going to hold the lock button at the same time. There it is. That's all it takes. Now I'm gonna do it for the next one, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to set the code. The last thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna see how far these key fobs are gonna work. Alright, so it works from that far. Works from that far. Yeah, give me an out. Oh wow, so it works pretty far.
Run all the way down. Run all the way down. Still working.
So as you guys can see, these have a really good distance too. I mean, I was probably at least 30-35 feet away from the RV, and you hit the button and it was picking it up, man. It was really good. So on that note, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. My camera's about to die. I'll see you guys soon.